name is John Blasco, and I am a 20-year-old queer youth of color. I am also an organizer at FIERCE, a membership-based organization for LGBTQ youth of color between the ages of 13 to 24. Can you please raise your hand if you have stable housing? Thanks. Can you please raise your hand if you have a supportive traditional family structure of a mother and or a father? Can you please raise your hand if you completed education, whether in high school or college? Can you please raise your hand if you go out with friends and not get harassed for how you look? Can you please raise your hand if you are employed? Thank you. Unfortunately, LGBTQ youth don't get to raise our hands for many of those statements. All too often, we are forced out of our homes or run away because we are not supported by our families, simply because we are LGBTQ. We have to create new social networks of support. Schools are not the safe haven that they were meant to be for LGBTQ youth who experience physical and verbal harassment. The harassment follows us into our boroughs and neighborhoods. Finding employment becomes difficult when your gender expression doesn't match your perceived gender. When you have no home address to give, no phone to stay in contact, and no ID to prove who you are, your chances for stable employment dwindle. These are the stories I hear on a regular basis as a community organizer. These are the issues FIERCE members organize around. For the past 2 years, FIERCE has been organizing to get a 24-hour LGBTQ youth center built on Pier 40 in the West Village via the Our Spot campaign. And Our Spot stands for Safe Place to Organize Together, and I have copies of the Pier 40 proposal for all of you to look at. LGBTQ youth go to the piers because we know we can be ourselves without reservation. A male-identified youth doesn't have to worry about being punched for wearing black eyeliner in the village, although he might have to worry if he did it in the Bronx. The village is a place where we can express ourselves in ways that make us feel comfortable, not in ways that make others feel comfortable. It is in this safe neighborhood that we want an LGBTQ youth center on Pier 40. Currently, we see a trend of homeless youth services and housing being pushed to the outer boroughs. While it is important to have services in the outer boroughs, it is crucial that services are provided in places that you feel safe accessing them. I personally know of people who won't go to drop-in centers and service providers in the outer boroughs because they're afraid of seeing people seeing them either go into these drop-in centers. By placing services in the neighborhoods where you feel safe accessing them, it increases the effectiveness of the services because it will reach more youth on a consistent basis. This approach is a more efficient use of city resources, and it's better for homeless LGBTQ youth. FIERCE believes in by us, for us work ethic. I see that I have to wrap up, but I just want to put out there that I think it's really important that I see that we're talking about LGBTQ youth homelessness, but I don't see any LGBTQ youth on this commission. And I think that it's super important and it's really crucial that as we talk about this, as we talk about the issues, that they are included in these conversations and they are the ones that are sitting in these empty seats that we see here. I think that they should be included in conversations that the commission is having because they are the ones directly affected by this. We would also love to see the commission support a proposal like getting a 24-hour drop-in center included on Pier 40 and included in the development process of Pier 40 because like other service providers have said, we have drop-in centers and shelters that close at like 5, close at 8, but LGBTQ youth, their life doesn't end at that time. It continues to go on. That's why it's so important that we see 24-hour drop-in centers. And I just wanted to wrap it up there and provide you all with a copy of the proposal for a 24-hour drop-in center. Thank you.